A sealed bag of fish balls slides through a cold metal tunnel. Inside, every round piece looks almost identical. Smooth, pale, firm, ready for soup. But only minutes earlier, these small balls were not balls at all. They were raw fish, ice, starch, salt, and seasonings. In this Korean factory, the transformation happens fast, but nothing looks rushed. The process begins with cold seafood and ends with a finished product built for boiling broth, street food stalls, home kitchens, and frozen food shelves. To understand how thousands of fish balls are made in one day, we have to go backward, past the sealing line, past the steam, past the shaping machines, back to the loading area, where the first boxes of chilled fish arrive before sunrise.
The first rule is temperature. Fish paste cannot be made well if the raw fish becomes warm. The African American
The first rule is temperature. Fish paste cannot be made well if the raw fish becomes warm. The workers move quickly, but the room stays calm. Cold water rinses away ice crystals, loose scales, and any small pieces that do not belong. Every fillet passes under lights, over steel, and through gloved hands. This stage does not look dramatic, but it decides the quality of everything that follows. Fish balls for soup need a clean taste and a springy bite. That starts before the grinder. It starts here, with washing, trimming, and careful sorting. Only the best pieces continue deeper into the factory. The rest is removed before the fish ever becomes paste.
The grinder pulls the cold pieces inward and turns them into a thick, pale paste. But fish paste alone is not enough. Fish balls need elasticity.
Now the fish begins to lose its old shape. The grinder pulls the cold pieces inward and turns them into a thick, pale paste. But fish paste alone is not enough. Fish balls need elasticity. They need body. They need to hold their shape in hot soup without falling apart. So the factory adds starch, salt, sugar, seasonings, and cold water in exact amounts. The mixture is not simply stirred. It is beaten, folded, and stretched until the proteins bind together. This is the hidden stage. From the outside, it looks like a mixer. Inside, texture is being built. The raw fish is becoming something new. The forming line is where the factory suddenly becomes hypnotic. The fish paste moves under pressure through small round openings. Each portion is cut at the same moment and drops into hot water. In a second, the paste changes from a soft mass into a floating ball. The surface tightens. The shape becomes stable. The water keeps moving, and thousands of new fish balls travel through steam like pale marbles. This is the moment the product finally becomes recognizable. The workers do not shape each piece by hand. The factory shapes them through timing, pressure, heat, and repetition.
Excess moisture falls away. The surface becomes smooth and firm. Small pieces are removed. Uneven shapes are separated.
Cooking gives the fish balls their shape, but cooling gives them control. If the heat stayed inside too long, the surface would soften. If the cooling happened too fast, the texture could become uneven. So the fish balls move through water, air, and draining belts in a measured path. Excess moisture falls away. The surface becomes smooth and firm. Small pieces are removed. Uneven shapes are separated. What remains is a steady stream of nearly identical fish balls. Each one has already passed through fish, ice, blades, paste, steam, and water. Now the factory prepares them for the soup people will make later.
The product is ready, but the portions are not. A family pack cannot be guessed by eye. Every bag must carry the right amount.
The product is ready, but the portions are not. A family pack cannot be guessed by eye. Every bag must carry the right amount. The fish balls pass into multi-head weighing machines that divide the flow into equal portions. The movement looks random at first. Small metal cups open and close. Fish balls fall in short bursts, but the system is choosing combinations by weight. One moment, the pieces are scattered across steel. The next moment, the correct portion drops into packaging trays. This is where mass production becomes exact. The food is no longer just cooked. It is becoming a product.
The packages move through checking systems. Air pockets, weak seals, and incorrect weights cannot continue.
After sealing, the factory changes from warm and wet to cold and controlled. The packages move through checking systems. Air pockets, weak seals, and incorrect weights cannot continue. Some packs go toward refrigeration. Others move toward rapid freezing, depending on the final product. Cold air surrounds the sealed fish balls and locks the texture in place. The soft factory sounds become sharper here. Plastic taps against plastic. Boxes open. Packs slide into rows. The fish balls are no longer part of a flowing line of food. They are finished units, counted and protected for travel.
Cold fish became paste. Paste became shape. Shape became food. Food became sealed packs ready for soup.
At the end of the line, the factory looks quiet again. The steam is gone. The raw fish is gone. The cutting tables are behind us. What remains is a product that looks simple because the work has been hidden inside the process. Cold fish became paste. Paste became shape. Shape became food. Food became sealed packs ready for soup. Later, these fish balls will be dropped into hot broth, served with noodles, vegetables, or skewers, and eaten in a few minutes. But inside every small round piece is a long chain of movement. Washing, trimming, grinding, mixing, forming, cooking, cooling, weighing, sealing, freezing, and packing. The final package is not just the end. It is proof of the entire transformation.